Hello, I'm Philippe Grandjean. I'm a physician and professor of environmental medicine at the University of Southern Denmark and Harvard University. My specialty is environmental medicine, that is the adverse effects from exposures to environmental contaminants, whether at work or from pollution. In my field, of course, integrity of research is crucial. Trustworthy research is based on honest planning, performance, analysis, and presentation of the observations that are relevant to the question decided upon. As an academic enterprise, these efforts must be done with scrupulous care, attention to detail, and with the best methods available. Transparency is crucial in regard to the choices made from the beginning of the study to the final communication. So, in regard to actual or apparent conflicts of interest, everything must be considered, not just in regard to financial interests, but also in regard to proper consideration of research carried out by others in the field. The studies should follow ethical guidelines and take into account any sustainability issues, both in regard to the research as such and in regard to the conclusions drawn. Now, I believe these requirements are fairly straightforward. The trouble is that everybody may not agree to these rules and abide by them. There are numerous examples how vested interests can play a role. For example, in regard to reports on drugs or dietary components. I remember vividly how a new anti-inflammatory drug was found to be safer and better than other drugs on the market, but the reports ignored the excess deaths that occurred during a continued follow-up. There are examples also in regard to occupational hazards and environmental chemicals. With asbestos, for example, we've seen that industry consultants have misrepresented the research knowledge and published erroneous or perhaps fabricated evidence, sometimes without acknowledging their employment or financial support, or when using ghost authors. It seems that the regulatory disputes on asbestos and many other pollutants, they have invaded the science. So the battle in regard to regulation has moved and therefore resulted in contamination of the scientific literature. One can easily agree, at least among academics, that such practices are not in accordance with research integrity. So it seems that there are two different kinds of research. The neutral academic research that is generally balanced, unbiased, and informative, and the studies that are produced in parallel with marketing efforts in order to further the financial interests of the funder. In regard to environmental hazards, such efforts are sometimes called greenwashing, and it's often disguised as independent research, which of course it isn't, but it can be hard to spot.